Hello everyone, I'm here for a glue book session. It really was not on my agenda, but I was fussy cutting images just to put my glue book envelope. And as I was working, I thought, actually this is kind of a lot of stuff, so we're just going to put it in the book instead of the envelope. So I have some Christmas, and some of it's small, so might still go in the old book here. Let's see. I know, how silly. And yes, you're right, it's silly. Okay, I'm not going to say why not, because somebody might tell me. It is by other Santas. And he or she's wearing a Santa hat. So there. Okay. The other ones might be too big. These little, I have a bunch of little colorful trees there, but I was going to save those for the other book because of the colors. No. And then a cat, a funky cat. Okay. What else would I ever find to put there, right? And then I think we can move on to the newer book. Okay. Well, I have ice cream. It's a phrase or a sentence. Actually, it's a sentence. And it's not going to fit. The ice cream man is here. Well, that's a tad crowded, but you know, there's really nothing going on there. Okay, I think that. Is that straight? It's probably as straight as I'm going to make it. Or get it. Eek! Okay, it's kind of funny. Amazing what you find in magazines, huh? I have a rule thing that I'm not sure if I already have one. It's one of those stamps. No, I don't have this one. Okay, good. Oh, okay, it fits up there. See? I'm going to come across a horse image for a while. Okay, that's good, and it's not even very gluey. I have one chocolate thing. It was a measuring cup full of chocolate chips, and it had, you know, the handle on it, but I didn't really want that. Get a handle on your chips. That sounds like a t-shirt slogan. Get a handle on your chips, man. Oh no, Diane's branching out into t-shirt sayings. Heaven help us, huh? Okay, pretty good. Did I miss anything? I don't, yeah. I found a cactus of some sort in a pot. Well, I like that. I don't like this. Should I not worry about it or put it somewhere else? Like right down there. Okay. That's kind of cool. All right, well, I had that Snoopy thing you may have seen a minute ago. Not going to fit anywhere. It's not going to fit well anywhere. Let's rephrase that. Except maybe right there. See? The very, very, very bottom. Okay, not bad. I have the food thing, although I don't know. I guess that's just food. I mean, technically it is packaging, but it's not the actual package. It's just a picture. Have you ever seen that? I've never seen that. There's a grocery store ad. There's a store that I don't shop at. Well, this page is getting full, isn't it? I don't want to cut off that much of the sandwich. Doesn't fit there. Don't wrap your fingers, Diane. That's really irritating. I'm sorry. No, I don't like it there either. All right, we're going to think about that. Where was the dessert thing? I saw that here. I had a plate of just 3 lonely donuts. I thought maybe they could go on here. I have a couple, well, one. I have one up on a stand. Okay, that's fine. And then I have, in some video, I was pulling out, I have some, oh, I forgot my Snoopy tab. They're magazine pages for making that magazine journal that I had no use for, so I'm using them as glue book pages. And as I pulled one out to use, I decided I liked it because it had this on the bottom. And actually, I don't like banana splits, but that's a pretty cool picture. So that obviously is not going to fit. I was thinking over here, but because of the stems and these little peaks, I'm not going to glue it down. So I'm going to be a real nerd and clip it in, and someday, years from now, we can look back and laugh. No, I'll put it on the bottom. Okay. All right, Diane, if that's the way you want to do it. I have some little mod chairs. Should I go more on the mod side? Yeah, but it doesn't fit. Well, I have that one and this one. I don't know what this is called. Is this a diamond chair? I thought diamond chairs were only the chrome metal ones, but I don't know. And then one of those plastic molded chairs that probably have a name too that I don't know. Actually, I found I thought those were called egg chairs. They were calling this a ball chair, I guess because it was more round than oval. But it's too big to fit in here, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Something clever, right? At any rate, it's in my collage box. I'm not starting another chair page. Well, is that the best place for this one? I guess. Well, do we want the diamond chair down here? Okay. It's a little gluey. So I hope it doesn't mean that tab is going to stick to it. Yeah, let's not put that there. Don't tempt fate, Diane. All right, I have one fall thing. This was also in a grocery store ad. And then that's really crooked on top, Diane. Nudge. That's a little better. That's okay. I don't think it's sensational. That's all right. Maybe it will grow to be sensational. Maybe not if I can't say it. Okay, where's that snow stuff? Right here. I have a giant snowflake, some sort of LED decoration thing. And then Wonder of Winter. Actually, I like that over there. Okay, it's blue too. I imagine that was intentional, don't you think? Whoops. Okay, now what about this snowflake? Well, did we clip this into? I'm just paper clip everything in today. All right, this being awfully risky, but I'm going to glue that in. Pretty nervy. I'll probably regret it. Okay. There's no turning back now. All right. Oh, I forgot. I had cut these out for, come here. I don't know, some video. And I didn't use them for some project. I thought, well, they're mittens. Could they go on here somewhere? That's kind of cute. Okay. Yeah, I wonder where my mittens are. I have to dig all that stuff out yet. Okay. And then a big puppy. This was, aren't those cute? Off a birthday card that I bought All right, I'll glue that in by myself. At a thrift store, to use as a birthday card, I keep a stash just in case I forget, to buy somebody a card, then you have a few on hand. And for whatever reason, I just came across it the other day, and I thought, that is so cute. So I'm being a jerk and I'm keeping it for myself. Okay. Grinch kisses. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere. I'll let you find it. I can't give you just everything, right? Actually, the colors look pretty good too. All right, trees that I didn't cut apart, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to, but maybe I have to. Nuts. And then there were 4, I only see 2, these little fabric tree stripey ornaments. They're there, hiding. And a pickle ornament. Do you have a pickle ornament? Actually, I do. It's relatively new. I never had one years ago. Do you know what that means? It's I think, German tradition. Hang a pickle ornament on the tree, and the first child, on Christmas morning that finds it gets an extra present. I don't do that in my household, but I do have a pickle ornament. Okay, I have this too. Merry Grinchmas. It was a banner of some sort, decoration, and that's not going to fit at all. Well, yeah, okay, guys, here we are. So I gotta just stop getting big Christmas stuff. That's it. You're done. Or start another page, or put it somewhere else. All right, well, what if we cut it apart? I mean, we have the grunch on here twice. Maybe this could just go in a junk journal or something. Put it up here with a little trimming, I think so. Okay. Okay. No, too many stripes. Yeah, I picked up on that in a hurry. And these are a little wonky. That's just the way they were. They're fabric, so I didn't cut them out weird. It's not me. Well, those 3 I like. I don't know about this last one, unless we don't use this last one because it's wonky. I suppose I could de-wonkify it, right? A little better. Yeah. Where was it? Here. All right, it's kind of pretty. Did you get a wet paper towel? I'm not even going to answer that. I don't have to at this point, right? Well, the fourth one, Well, if it would stop sticking to me, maybe I could tell better. Oh, what about that? Okay. Okay, very good. Now these other ones, I guess I have to cut them apart. I'm not going to fussy cut. Don't run screaming out of the room. Yeah, okay. I will place those around myself after the cut. Okay. Okay, I've got a couple miscellaneous things, and I think we're done. So, where's the miscellaneous page? Oh, I think I left this from last time. I've been doing that a lot lately. Okay, I have, this was like a die cast model, and I kind of hate to admit it, but when I was a kid, that is what our mail truck was. It was an old Army Jeep, and I didn't live in a rural area. It was suburban, but since that's what I grew up with, I saw that in a catalog, so I wanted to keep that. Unless I'm going to red, white, and blue page. It is red, white, and blue. That's okay. That's okay. What about that? We don't have to have a price on there, do we? Okay. The post office has changed quite a bit since this day, right? All right, rather gluey. And then I have, this was on a t-shirt in a catalog, but I like the image, and I do have several Marine veterans in my family. Actually, one's in now, yeah. What do you think? I think there's yellow on it. That's what I think. Yeah, that's not going to work for some of us. All right. This is a little odd, but this is kind of like a poster page. All right, I'll do that. In case you weren't getting it, this is like a vintage poster reproduction. Okay, and then that Donald Duck orange juice thing. Is that what it was? I don't even know what it was. Yeah, it's orange juice. Well, I'll go back to the miscellaneous page. It's not going to look right there. Maybe I'll just save it for a junk journal thing. Except I can't find it here. Okay, I think it's going in a junk journal. Okay. All right. A little shorter today. That's fine. I have another project waiting over here in the wings. I know everyone's anxious to get, have me start on that. So, all right, everybody. Thanks very much. Have a good day.